Hello guys, I hope you are doing good. In the previous video we learned about dynamic memory allocation. Sorry. And I hope you got the basic idea of how we can allocate memory using dynamic memory allocation. So I have taught you how to do for simple data types, how to do it for array of 2D array, and I have given you even two exercises. I hope you did the exercise. If you face any problem, please leave in the comment. I shall surely solve it. So today we'll learn about recursive function. Just let me just comment out this, and we'll just so go to the top, just print. I'll just copy paste something what I have written earlier. So today we'll learn about recursive function. What recursive function is going through the process inside self. Means we are running a function, same function inside the function. It's like we already talked about function. It's like running a inside a. We will give some condition, it will run a inside a. This is just prototype of function. I hope you know what's function. Okay, we should just give it a type. If you found an error, okay, this is what it wants to expand. Inside a function, it will run the same function inside it again and again. Okay, we'll do it example so that you can understand clearly. So I have some exercises. We'll complete simple exercises and will teach you in the better. This is the exercise. Okay, we'll do first. I'll show you a different example. I'll show you how to write a factorial. I hope you know what factorial is. Factorial problem. Factorial. We'll do factorial problem using recursive function. Factorial problem is like if they give you what is a factorial of 4. We just write 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 and we print the values. What is that? 4 is a 12, 12, 24. 24 is the answer. So how to find this? We can easily do this using for loop, but we'll try to do is using recursive function so that we can understand the concept. So first of all, let's comment out this, just save so that it gets formatted. And so we'll start with int main, and we'll declare a function in the bottom. I already told you how to declare in the top and bottom. We'll just return type will be integer. We'll return integer because factorial takes only integers. It don't take any float or double. So we'll write factorial. Find factorial. Find factorial. And we'll just pass here. We'll take an input because we want to know of what number you want to find factorial of. You can just write and we'll write it x. It looks good. And right here. Int and equal to, we want to find factorial of 4 because we already know what factorial of 4 is. So we'll write find factorial of n, and we'll just see out it. I already told you when we have return type we should store it in a value or just print it out. Now how do we find factorial? I said if factorial means it will take the number and it will decrease, it will multiply with 1 lesser than, like 4, 3, 2, 1. It don't go after 1. No, there is no 0 or anything. So how can we do that? And one more important, we should know that factorial of 0 is equal to 1. So remember this is very useful. We should know the factorial of 0 is 1. So we'll make one condition. If, I already talked about if else, if x is equal to 0, means if the value of x is 0, then we'll return 1. We can return 1 because 1 is integer and it takes integer as return. Okay. Else, what should we do else? Else we write else, or you don't write, it means the same. We can just write, clear out this, return the value of x but multiply it with find factorial but decrease the value by 1, x minus 1. We want to decrease the value because you saw here after every number the number should decrease by 1. 3, 2, 1. So what does this mean? See, first of all, if the value of x is 0, then it should directly return 1 because I already told you the factorial of 0 is 1. This is very important, keep in mind. And if it is not 0, suppose it is 1, so it will come to the else part. I already told you about if else. Please watch the video if you are facing any difficulty. So it's 1, it will come here, return 1. 1 into find factorial of 1 minus 1 0, then it will once more come back here, because this is the function. It will come back to this function. This will just how to show you this. Okay, so this, when this runs, it will run like this. It will run this once more. Just want to show you. I'll just delete. Means when we run this, when it comes here, then it will call this function. What this function is, this function is this, and what this function is here, and it will run one more time. It's like loop. It's like for loop, but using function. I hope you got an idea how to do this. When we'll solve one more example, you'll surely understand. I hope you're getting idea. So what if we run it? Just run this. Okay, we have just simple error. Find factorial and error. Find factorial was not declared in this scope. Okay, we forgot to put this prototype in the top. I already said you, but I forgot myself. Just run it. Okay, you see we got 24, and we already know it's 24. We change the value to 5 and see the result. It's 120. I hope. Okay, it's 120. That's how you can do factorial problem using recursive function. I hope you got the concept of recursive function. Recursive function means calling a function inside a function. Is find factorial. Inside find factorial, we'll find factorial. Okay, we'll do one more example, and I hope you'll get after doing that example. We'll do example from the exercise. Okay, this is the exercise. Let's just uncomment it. Okay, let's go to that up, and you can see. Sorry for that. Okay. Using recursive function, find the solution to find answer to this problem x, n, and the powers are given by the user. So the value of x and this n and this 2, 3, 4 after this square, this is the power, symbol of power. Okay, it's given by the user. So how can we do that? Means we have to solve this. There are 4 problems. I'll solve question number B for you, and you can do the rest. This is a square, and you can do it for cube for the 4, or you can just remove the square and I'll do the second one. We have to find the value of x plus x square plus x plus 1 square, squaring all. Okay, so we'll write the name of the function. Just before naming the function, we'll just name that data type we want. We want the value of x, just from x equals to 1. This is the first value. Then we'll write x int n equals to 10. We want to print till 10, and the power will be power. We are doing for the power of 2, so write 2 here, and for the rest you will do with power of 1 or 3 or 4. Please do the exercise, and we'll just print out sum of square, which will take 3 variables x, n, and power. Okay, now we got this. Now we name the function here. It will return type int, and name is sum of square. It will take int x, and you can name any data type, but I'm naming it same so that we don't face any confusion. Okay, now we'll just do the prototyping in the top. I already said you, when you declare in the end, you should do that prototyping so we don't get any error. Okay, and the previous we got an error. Okay, now it's done. Now we put the condition. Now first of all, we should know that the value of n should be greater than x. If the value of n is less than x, then it won't work, because we won't go backward, we should go always forward. So we'll put a condition. If the value of n is greater than x, then we'll return 0. We won't do this, we'll just say this 0, so we don't know the answer. Else, for the else, what we'll do, we'll just return. Before returning, I want to say you, we have one more library that makes easy doing the math. We can put the math.h here. Just put math.h so that it becomes easy for doing the math operation. We use the power, so we can just write POW. POW means put the power Here the x and power. First variable is the, okay, I'll show you the example. 2 power 3 is equal to 8. Okay, here the value of 2 means x and the 3 means power. I hope you got this. X is the base and this power is the power. So this is how we use power function. It come in math.h, so include it in the top here, include math.h, so that it becomes easy. Okay, now we did the power. Now we do the recursive function. After finding the, you can see the exercise. For the first, this is square, we did this using the power. For the second, the value of x should increase by 1, power should remain same. So we can just write plus sum of square and plus 3 function, because it takes 3 value inside. So we'll just write x plus 1, so the value of 1 get increases, then we'll plus n and the power remains the same. So that's how we do recursive. We pass the same function. Just let's run it. I hope we don't get any error this time. Okay, we are getting value of 0. Why are we getting 0? Power of 1 power 2 is 2, and it's returning 0. I don't know what's the problem here. Sum of square. Okay, let's try one more time. 1 power 2 is 1 plus x, the value of x will get increases, it will come here, then it will enter here one more time, then it will be 2 power 2 is 4 plus 1 5, it should give a bigger value. Okay, let's see. Don't know what the error is. We'll run one more time. I hope it's coming same. Okay, see that. So we did a simple mistake here, but it's very big mistake really. N will be always greater than 10 because n is the last number. So just make it n less than x. Sorry for that. Okay, I got the settings here. Not, I don't want you. So now let's run it. Okay, we got the value of 385. So we'll decrease the value so that we can know that our problem is correct. We'll use till 3 because till 3 I think we'll know the power. So just let's run it. Okay, we got 5. Till 2 we got 5. Okay, how we got 5 we can see here that first of all we start from 1. So 1 square plus 2 square is equals to 5. 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So we are getting correct answer. So we'll do it for 3, and I think we should get it like 9 plus 5 14. Let's run it. Okay, we are getting 14. So finally we have solved it. Some errors. I hope you understood. Though we got the errors, but we are doing it clearly. We are understanding every part of it, so that we don't face difficulty while solving the other problem. So there are 3 more questions. For the first, you don't have to put any power. You can put the power of 1 so that you can do the same problem, just changing the power. For the second, the power is 3 and everything is same like second. Just change the power to 3 and you get the same. And for the third, you can see the power is 4 and rest all are same. I hope you understood the basic of recursive function. I have done the factorial type and this type. For this example, if you understand both of this properly, you can just figure out how this recursive function. There are a lot of examples of recursive function in the internet. You just pick one or two and try to solve them. If you face any difficulty, leave the question or the link in the comment and I will try to solve it. So thank you for watching. See you in the next.